Hello everyone, welcome to another video from RamechusX, and this is a special one as the second Awakening update is just over a week away. Within this video, I'm going to tell you what materials you are going to need to awake your hunters for the second time. I'm also going to tell you about the brand new item which is going to drop within the new update, and also I'm going to reveal 23 chosen hunters and their brand new abilities after you awake them for the second time. But before anything, don't forget to leave a like, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and make sure to use my creator code within Hunt Royale shop, which is obviously RamechusX. And this is how second awakening will look like within your hunter page. The first tier awakening badge will stay yellow, and the second tier awakening badge will be purple. To awake your hunters for the second time, you will need as follows. You will need 1,000 legacy gems of your choice. So these could be either dragon, kraken, or yeti gems. You will also need 2,500 dark forest gems and 2,500 maze gems. Apart from the gems, you will need 5,000 gold coins. You will also need 1,000 hunter points. The last piece you will need to awake your hunter for the second time will be free hunter cores, which is the brand new item which will drop within the new update, and I'm going to tell you all about the hunter cores in just a second. And this is how hunter cores will look like. You will need 3 to awake your hunter for the second time, and they will drop randomly from mega chests, from big chests, or from regular chests. When your hunter reaches 3 hunter cores, you will not get the 4th one. Now for the big reveal, here are 23 hunters with their second awakening abilities. I will also show you at the end of this video a full list of hunters which will have second awakening enabled within the first part of the update, so stay tuned. Frankie will have Life Fist as a second awakening ability, and I can't wait to check it out. Archer will have Empowered Ricochet ability, which basically shoots out an arrow that ricochets up to 3 targets. Angel will have Brain Damage ability, which basically adds up 20% zombie damage and 10% undead damage. Goblin Engineer will have Quick Build, which basically increases the number of turrets per build by 1, and the maximum number of turrets by 1 as well. Also, each turret will have increased damage by 10%. Killer Girl, just like Angel, will have Brain Damage ability, which basically again adds up 20% zombie damage and 10% undead damage. Sniper and Ninja will be the next pair that shares the same ability for the second awakening, which is the Multi-Shot Ricochet, which basically increases the projectiles number by 1, and the projectiles ricochet to 1 additional enemy. Druid will receive a bigger update. He will receive a brand new perk which is called Earth Attunement, which basically adds 50% earth damage. When it comes to his second awakening ability, it's going to be called Defender's Healing Aura, which basically adds 10% damage reduction and increases resistance to all debuffs by 5% to Druid and allies within range of the Healing Aura. Roller, Beetle, and Rocky will receive the same second awakening ability, which is called Earth Attunement, which again adds 50% earth damage. Aplord is receiving a small rework to his first awakening ability, which is now going to be limited to 45 seconds. When it comes to his second awakening ability, it's going to be called Primal Rage. Each hit while enraged increases the damage and HP by 2% until enrage wears off. Wizard's second awakening ability will be called Empowered Ricochet. Projectiles will ricochet to 1 additional enemy, and their damage will be increased by 100% after hitting a target. Efred will receive a major update. His Morfire will now also increase attack speed by 25%, movement speed by 20%, and range by 0.5. His first awakening ability will also change. Fire will now deal double damage per stack and will no longer expire. When it comes to his second awakening ability, it will be called Improved Fire Mastery, which will increase the burn damage by 5% and will increase the stacks by 1. Protector's first awakening ability will now move into second awakening ability slot, and his first awakening ability will be now called Protector's Shield, which basically adds 35% damage resistance for hunters inside of the shield. Spider Queen will have a performance change, which basically means when you spawn more than 5 spiders at once, they will combine to deal more damage. When it comes to her second awakening ability, it's going to be called Arachnophobia. Each spider size increases by 5% and its damage increases by 3% per active spider. Time Traveler's second awakening ability is going to be called Time Dilation, and it's an interesting one because it decreases the duration between damage ticks from poison, fire and necrosis by 10%. Arachna's second awakening ability will be called Sticky Web, which basically increases web limit by 1. It will allow Arachna to have 1 web under her at all times. It will increase the maximum cap of this ability by 1. Hoplite's second awakening ability is going to be called This Is Hunt Royale, which basically allows Hoplite to throw 1 spear every half a second, hitting a single target in front of him for additional 200% increased damage while the bulwark bar is full. Torment's second awakening ability is going to be called Ghastly Terror, which basically increases the damage of the Deadly Terror by 100%. Anubi's second awakening ability is going to be called Minor Plague, which basically applies 1 disease stack per hit and is increasing damage against infected target by 1%. Absorb's awakening abilities will be copied from Torment, which means Absorb's first awakening ability will be Deadly Terror and his second awakening ability will be Ghastly Terror. Imp Master's second awakening ability will be called Master of Puppets, which basically increases its minions by 3. And here is a list with the rest of the hunters with the second awakening ability enabled within the first part of the update. I also forgot to mention something very big, guys. I will have full access to all of these hunters and all of their second awakening abilities right after the update drops. So stay tuned, guys, because I'm gonna showcase all of them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys. If you did, as usual, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section which of the hunters you are most excited about. That's me for now. Stay frosty and see you again soon.